here we go, guys. It's that beautiful June the 16th. I've just got down to Woodbastwick ferry, or the staithe, Woodbastwick staithe, just right opposite Horning Inn. Picked a lovely peg right on the corner, tucked away, and had a good cast around with a 2-ounce bomb, and I found a spot that's nice and clean. It's about mid-river, and I put in 6 Preston bait up feeders, mainly with ground bait, some corn, 2mm pellets, softened 2mm pellets, dead maggots and casters. And giving that 6 great big wallops in, bash it in, get some bait in. It's not been fished for 3 months, and I'm going to give that half an hour to 40 minutes maximum to settle. It's really early, got down at first light. Absolutely stunning. It's going to be a baking hot day, 26 degrees, not a breath of wind. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock now. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's only a 20-minute ride. I wish I bought this ticket years ago. £25 for the year, covers you all of Woodbastwick staithe, to the left and to the right, all the way up into Decoy Broad. You can fish Decoy Broad by boat. You've got Cold Harbour left and right now, and you've also got St Benet's Abbey and all that stretch, so well worth the money. But I've got down here, I've set up a 6-metre whip, and I'm just loose feeding casters, hemp, tares and wheat, and it's pretty much a roach, a bung at the minute. Getting a lot of pike trouble. There's a lot of pike here. I've been bitten off twice already. Had a good pike on, got it to the surface, one flick of the tail, poof, gone. And that was the case throughout the day. As soon as that pike or the pike come in, take your roach, unsettle the peg. And I've also set up an edge line literally down by the boarding on a 3-metre whip, a worm line, chop worm and caster, 0.2 gram float, 14 Cameron and B520. Quite stout. There's some tension here as well, but on the 6-metre whip, I've just gone for a 0.12 main line, 0.10 hook link, and a size 16 Cameron and B520, and that's a 0.75 of a gram. So like an aim and stick float style with the bulk down, and then I've got 2 number 8s below that and 1 number 8 and the hook link. And some lovely big plump roach. What a morning. What an absolutely glorious morning. June the 16th. All that 3 months of wait and anticipation. I just want to relax, get into the day and just enjoy the day. Enjoy the scenery. Stunning looking venue. I mean, at the end of the season I fished the other side where the pub side is, but you've got to go all the way through to Wroxham, turn right all the way along and back again. This is so much more direct. It's literally from my house 20 minutes and you're there. The road could be a bit treacherous. It was a bit flooded this morning, and there's some whacking big potholes you've got to be really wary of. Put your wheel out if you're not careful. But we're just feeding a pinch of casters and hemp, tares and wheat, and even tried wheat on the hook. I thought I'd be brave today and had 2 nice really big plump roach on the wheat, and Mr. Pike came along and took it again. But what a golden sunrise. It did get a bit blinding in your face, and by about 9 o'clock it's squinting to see. So much wildlife and so many scenery. Mandarin ducks and geese, ducks, swans. And then the boats by about 10 o'clock started to arrive, but it didn't put the fishing off. But obviously the bright sunshine, and the water was very clear and a very slow pull today, on the neap tide. Not a lot of flow. I could see the hook bait down the edge when I was plumbing up the worm line. I could see the hook bait about 3-4 foot down, so really gin clear, which I'm surprised after earlier in the week, Thursday, Friday, we had some massive thunderstorms, thunder and lightning, and it lashed it down. We got about a month's rain and overnight. And I filled up 320-litre black buckets of water. It absolutely just lashed it down, but it's soon run off. It's very soon run off. And maybe all that water going in has put a bit of oxygen in and making the fish feed, but as I say, they haven't been fished for 3 months, and we're just going to enjoy the day.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase
Little Jack.
wanna dance to the light. Pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Oh,
Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laugh so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light. Pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light. Pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Nice little skimmer bream on a piece of danger bean. Just cut the head off, thread it up the shank, tip with the dead red maggot, straight round. The worm seems to be working really well at the minute. I'm not putting any in the ground bait because sometimes it can make it go a little bit funny. I'll probably introduce some chopped worm through the feeder a little bit at a time as I go, just to feel the way into it. I mean, sometimes it can make it go a bit weird, but I'm just putting a bit of worm on at the minute, just snipping the head off, threading it up the shank of the hook, 1 or 2 dead red maggots, just nip through the tail end, just so it stops the worm folding over the hook and gives me a little bit more hook purchase and a bit more of the hook showing. I'm just adjusting the feeder stops. I've got one above the feeder and 2 below. The Preston feeder stops really tight. I can lock it down, I can have it sliding, just giving it a bit more of a longer drop on my hook link. And I've just put the top bead about 1.5 foot apart, so I've got a bit of sliding. I can take it, then it hits the top bead and acts as like a bolt rig. Game all done. Hard bloody work today. 2 skimmers, some nice roach, and the rest of them all perch. Game all done back home. I packed up at 11 o'clock. As you can see, I'm all sunburnt. It's absolutely roasting out there. About 26 degrees. I was sweltering. It was hard work today. Started on the feeder. And I had 2 skimmer bream, and then it went really quiet. As soon as that sun came up, it's the kiss of death on tidal rivers. Went on the whip, and it was a roach chuck, but I was getting played by pike. And the guy to the right, I got down early in the morning. I was literally there 5 minutes, and I had a little walk along the stretch. Fantastic looking stretch, Woodbastwick. So glad I bought the NDNA ticket. And the first peg to the right, just through the cut of the car park, there's some reeds all flattened down, and I had a look, and I was going to fish there, and I thought, reeds are flattened down for a reason. I thought somebody obviously might be fishing, and I chose the peg where I got, and literally 5 minutes later he turned up, and he sort of looked at me and he goes, "Oh, I'm just fishing to you, right? Do you mind?" I said, no. He said, "I pre-baited it." I said, "That's fair enough. You know, you put the hard work and effort in, go for it." And then his mate came along as well, and then he went to the left of me. So just out of respect as well, for the first day of the season, I thought, I said, "Do you mind if I film?" They said, "No, not at all." I said, "I'll be probably rambling away," but then I thought, no, I'm not going to start chatting all the way through, and they come down for the first day of the season, want to enjoy it just as much as I did. So I thought, out of respect, I won't film, or I'll keep quiet anyway. So I filmed a few bits and pieces, but there's not a lot of audio on it because I just wanted to get my head down, and it was during the 16th and enjoy it myself as well. But it was a roach chuck, but I got bit off about 8 times by pike. Hooked a roach, decent roach, brought it up. I'm really, really gutted I didn't have the camera on, because I got one roach to the top and it was about 12 ounces, and this pike just leapt out of the water, and I thought, the guy right to the right of me goes, "Oh, that would be amazing if you got it on camera." I said, "Yeah, I know the camera wasn't running, but that would have been an amazing shot." Just jumped straight out of the water, took my roach. I had it on for about 5 minutes, and then I actually got the roach in. It was looking a bit sorry, so I tried to recover it in the landing net, and then just slipped it back. But it was frustrating. Every time you catch 2 or 3 roach, you get one, bang, pike. He did as well. He lost 12 hook links. He had some really big pike on, and he said it's always the same down there. Played with pike. The pike are all spunky. They're all bloody. There's so many roach there. They're feeding up, and it was just problematic. You'd catch 3 or 4 roach, and then the peg will go dead for 15, 20 minutes, and you have to leave it alone, let it settle, let them get the confidence back, and you catch 2 or 3, and then whack you into a pike again, and just in the end, I lost about 8 hook links and bit through, and this, that, and the other, and then obviously the sun came up, and then it was hot, and I went down the edge with a 3-meter whip, perch after perch after perch, and some really good perch up to about sort of like 12 ounces. Then that went quiet, and then in the end, I just ended up putting on a little maggot feeder and dollying it over my 6-meter whip line, and I again catching perch after perch after perch. And he again, the guy to my right, took a really big pike, took him in the lilies, snagged him up and bust him up, and he said, "That's enough for me." I've tied 12 hook links up today, and I've gone through them all. But yeah, it was a fantastic venue. Glad I bought the ticket. There's loads of places to the right which I'm going to go and explore, and it goes all the way up to Decoy Broad. So I will get a boat out. £8 a day. I think that's pretty much of a bargain. But it won't be until the end of the season, and probably do a bit of piking on there. That'd be fantastic. Or even the end of the season there for piking. I mean, where he was, there's a big lily bed all the way along, and I just think they were sat in there waiting for him to catch a roach, and every time he brought up a roach, they would whack out from the lilies and just snatch it, and his elastic was pulled out to the maximum, about 6 meters of elastic out. But a great day. Sorry there's not a lot of footage, but that one was for me more than anything else. June the 16th, I thought, let's just enjoy the day. I hope you enjoy it too. I will be back out on Saturday, and I will put a video together. And I am very conscious as well. It's my fault. I mean, a lot of people don't bother when there's people around them, but I don't like chattering away and talking to the camera and disturbing everyone when there's people around you fishing. But maybe that's the thing I've got to get over, and just sod it, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to put a film together, and that's the way it is. Anyway, tight lines, guys. All the best. I'll see you again in another video. Bye for now.